Take a look at this.
I bet you $10 that shit is intentional.
I know it's intentional, but complain.
Bitch about it.
We can get it nerfed, guys. If we try hard enough, we could get it nerfed.
That is an insane amount of RNG for a game that is, like, designed for speedrunning.
True. And at the end, no, the problem's it's at the end of the run.
Yeah. I mean,
like, why would you do that?
At the end, but yeah, like, I mean, I don't know. It would be bad anywhere. Okay, that is faster. I should just be doing that.
I would be less mad about it if it were, like, in the first half.
I don't know. Like, shitty RNG in a speedrun and shitty RNG in a speedrun.
Yeah, I know, but it's less painful when there's less going into it.
The reason I don't agree with that is because you don't get to practice the later parts. And then when you do get past the fucking stupid RNG, your mid and end game is sloppy. Because you never get to
No, just be Kino.
Yeah.
Not that hard, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. I cannot fucking believe I got RNG like that. My boss fights are usually okay. Like, they're not usually that bad.
We ain't seen this since Street Fighter V.
Dude, some of the extra battles in Street Fighter V were unbelievable. You ever seen the
Bro, I'm just thinking of the I'ma block this whack-ass mix-up clip.
K-Brad deserved better.
I'ma block this whack-ass mix-up.
You see him get his ass beat by Mike Ross at the Capcom Pro Talk show?
No, I did not.
You should have seen that shit. That shit was Kano. Back when Mike Ross was like a community member.
Back when Mike Roch was a community member.
Don't say that. I played rock, paper, scissors with him at CDO. Don't say that.
No way.
It was pretty funny.
Did you win?
It was like half and half from what I remember.
You should win.
I'm not that good at rock.
Next time.
Man, that guy doesn't go to the fucking... He got super disillusioned. Although, he is actually back, like, he did commentary for, like, fucking Grand Blue or something. Like, he fucking...
Oh, why would you commentate for mid?
Because he fucking hates the Street Fighter community.
Okay, then, like, at least commentate for something good like the Rumblefish 2.
Classic propaganda.
Yeah.
We call those.
I'm literally right, though. You just don't know it yet.
You're literally wrong.
No? Oh my fuck.
Rage.
I'm right, you just don't know it yet.
Fuck you, hit the thing! You're right at him, man! Ugh. So cringe.
This dog getting real close to my door.
Tell him calmly but firmly that he needs to shut the fuck up. Okay. Leave the dog alone.
That'd be really funny. I would yell at my dogs to shut the fuck up if it weren't for the fact that there are people over.
Those dogs did nothing wrong.
They did everything wrong. They, actually the one that was barking right now never did anything wrong, but two of them did everything wrong.
I fucking don't get the flip. It just doesn't fucking do it sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. What am I missing here? Hello? I'm point fucking blank?
We need bug fixes? Stat?
I don't even care if the boss has fucking nonsense RNG. Just fucking fix the goddamn hitboxes, man. They literally just don't work half the time. You will be point blank hitting a fucking, like, a breakable wall that you need to use the charge attack for, and charge attack is whiffs because fuck you.
When was the last time you didn't spawn on a bridge when you did that?
I don't know, I've been getting it every time.
I've cursed you by asking that question.
Yeah, Please? Nice.
I've come to the conclusion that Danganronpa 2 is kind of very flawed.
You're an idiot.
Just by its entire premise alone.
That's insanity. I don't agree with that at all.
Like, in terms of the fucking Neo World program.
Why?
Just cause the program itself, the more you try to think about the logistics of how it works, the less sense it makes.
I mean...
Which is probably on purpose, but I think that sucks.
I don't know. It's a tool to tell the story they wanted to tell. It might not make too much sense, but I think zeroing in on something like that is a bit... I was gonna say, oh my god, it's a bit CinemaSins core.
Then there's also the fact that I kind of only really care about the first trial and the 5th trial and the 6th trial, and then 2 through 4 are varying degrees of weak to me. But I have a similar problem with 1 anyway, where I only really care about like Trial 2 and Trial 4.
And all the characters are good enough to like carry it. That didn't work. Where's the momentum? Oh fuck off! It's not gonna make it. It made it.
I don't know, my friend gave me a lot of insight on the fact that during the first 2 games, the mysteries are not actually really that good, and Danganronpa is just a character drama series.
I mean, 1 is very cliche. I agree with that. And the thing about 2 is, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's literally Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, you don't even understand.
That's true.
How hard.
Well, I don't understand because I haven't played it.
It's
but
unbelievably Metal Gear Solid 2.
I'm gonna assume it's worse Metal Gear Solid 2, though.
No, I appreciate it for what it does with the concept for itself and its own merits. Like,
however, we both agreed that V3's mysteries are actually good. So, at least I got that. Except maybe arguably the 2nd case and the 3rd case, just because the 2nd case is really fucking complicated. Like, unnecessarily so. And the 3rd case is just bad.
Which one was the 3rd case? Oh, it was...
The seesaw effect! That shit sucked.
That shit was stupid.
It was I can't wait for DJ to get to that fucking Hangman's Gambit, dude. It's gonna be the funniest one.
I was stuck on that forever.
Everyone was.
It's nonsense. Oh, do the thing, Sybil, please.
My fucking friend told me in advance before I got to that trial, just so I wouldn't have to fucking worry about it.
Oh my god. It's not fair. You should have had to suffer like the rest of us.
I should have had to suffer. I hope DJ suffers when he gets to that. That's gonna be so funny.
You're not going to be telling him.
We aren't, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
you can't be serious."
That's exactly how you would say it too.
This is ridiculous.
It is kind of ridiculous, though.
It is.
We can't blame future DJ.
What was Kodaka cooking?
This game's so fucking bad. Where's my fucking slide? I hit it 3 times! And oh my god. I cannot believe the reality of the situation that I'm facing. Like, I just don't get it. How did that happen 3 times? How do I get jump but not slide when I'm hitting slide first? Holy shit.
I think it's funny that I'm about to spoil Danganronpa in the middle of a fucking Pseudoregalia run. It's awesome.
Funny.
And I say about to because I came to a realization about Danganronpa 3, one of my bigger complaints about it.
Yeah.
You know how the entirety of Danganronpa 2's cast is alive?
Yeah.
And I said I didn't really like that because it made it feel meaningless. I realized something about Chapter 6 of Danganronpa 2. Everything that both Junko said and the Trigger Happy Havoc cast says meant that they were never actually at risk of staying permanently dead, like at any point, other than Junko making it as such. Because there's multiple things. Hold on, I'm gonna have to go get the images for it. I know there's one where it's like, you can leave and you're normal, but your friends are back to life, but they're despair.
Right.
So, which means they never actually die. They are just, like, in stasis or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Which all makes me like Danganronpa 2 less, again. Because I still do not personally agree with the idea of making deaths non-permanent in a series where the entire point is that the deaths matter.
I get what you're saying to a certain extent, but, like, holding on to that, like, that has to be the case, it's pretty limiting for the story, I think. Kinda... Like,
okay, well, it would be limiting for Danganronpa 3, I guess, but not really, because the way they wrote it, it would not matter if everyone lived or not.
It's because, like, this is gonna sound fucking stupid, but it's not really supposed to make sense in the way you're wanting it to make sense. It's a very meta story, like, on purpose. Like, oh my fucking god, these fucking hitboxes are on another level of fucking trash. Please, man. Everything that happens, everything setting-wise, again, it's, like, meant to serve, like, the story and the themes, and maybe there should be a bit more cohesion. I won't completely dismiss the argument, but I think I'm fine with it using a bit of flimsy, like, plot writing to you know, give us what it's trying to say. Like, I'm fine with it.
I don't know, I hate DR3 for it more because I just hate Danganronpa 3.
Oh, well, Danganronpa 3 is garbage for, like, every fucking...
It is garbage for- except, I will be honest, I like Chiaki more in Danganronpa 3. Because Chiaki in Danganronpa 3 is a real character.
Barely.
What do you mean, barely, man?
She's practically the same.
No, she has a fucking arc in the show.
Yeah, but, like, she's, like, super fucking important for no goddamn fucking reason.
Yeah, okay, but that's not the part I'm talking about, because that part always kinda sucks. But what I mean is they do something with it, actually, instead of just, she's kind of irrelevant for 4 chapters, and then all of a sudden, everyone cares.
I mean, yeah, that's true, I guess.
But in Danganronpa 3, they do it a lot more gradually, where she's kind of like the quiet kid, and then they're like, and then Hajime and Chiaki just start talking to each other, and it motivates Chiaki to start talking to the other students. And then they all warm up to her and each other through her willingness to speak up. And then it leads to everyone's downfall, and I think that part of Danganronpa 3 is really well done.
I think the context it gives to 2 makes her make even less sense, though. Because it's like, the Neo World program was made by people who, like, did not know Chiaki personally. Why would they give enough of a shit about her to, like, make
Well, in Danganronpa 3, it's explained as, like, it took everyone's memories of Chiaki and made an AI out of it, which I think is very, very strange and does not really make sense.
That is so fucking weird.
But I have to assume that everything that happens in Danganronpa 3 was always meant to be the case just by the nature of what it is. Because nothing in Danganronpa 3 is ever contradictory, is the thing, to anything we've ever learned.
Well, I agree with that, but that's the thing about that is, like, to go back to Metal Gear Solid 4 is a game that pretty much does exactly what Danganronpa 3 does, and that's over-explain the lore for the sake of it, to answer every possible question you could possibly have about all the loose ends. And that sucks, because it kind of goes against... Fuck. I don't know. It recontextualizes, like, it recontextualizes 1, it recontextualizes 3, it especially recontextualizes 2. Oh no. When 2 was very much almost. Why am I here? No! Why?
What the fuck?
Why am I here? It's so stupid. I'm still fine though. Jesus Christ. I'll explain later. I can't think right now. Like, sure, none of it's contradictory, but did any of it really need to be explained?
Yeah. I think Danganronpa 2 would be better without the answers from Danganronpa 3, probably.
Yeah.
Even though Danganronpa 3 came out significantly later, I have a very strong feeling that everything that is presented in Danganronpa 3 was always meant to be the case.
I doubt it. Most things like that are totally not to be, like, they're explaining things afterwards for the sake of it. Like, sure, the creator might have had some of those ideas, like, Kodaka might have had some of those ideas in his head when he drafted it out, but, like, oh,
Well, I'd have to look up when Danganronpa 3 started development, actually.
Save that. First fucking person mode.
I don't want V3, though, I want Danganronpa 3. Kodaka did not write a single episode of Danganronpa 3.
Yeah, dude, fuck that. That's even worse than MGS4, because at least it was Kojima over-explaining his fucking lore.
The person who actually wrote, okay. Kodaka is still by the large the controller of this world. Okay. So maybe that's why Danganronpa 3 is so fucking weird, because Kodaka did not actually write a single episode, he just defined everything about the world. And then let people go wild. Which is not uncommon for Kodaka, because he's let other people just write things in the world at other points. Like Danganronpa If, and Ultra Despair Hagakure. But like, I don't know, I feel like if you're making Danganronpa 3, the main guy behind Danganronpa 1 and 2 should be writing it, no?
No. No, I don't think so. I'm fucking scared.
I can't find anything about when development started on Danganronpa 3.
Just got fucked.
2 came out 2012 and 3 came out 2016, so I'm probably wrong about it all being meant to be there from the beginning. I can... Part of it probably was. I have a feeling Chiaki's true nature fucking had to have been planned just because of how much sense it makes.
No. The reason I don't think that all that lore existing for 2 makes any sense, like to say that like it was there from the start, is because 2 from the beginning was a meta commentary on 1 very specifically. It was a game playing on the tropes of 1, you know, and it's.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Like using a game that was very much self-contained and self-referential, and like saying things about itself more than anything else, which is MGS2. Like, yeah, no, I don't buy it.
Then there is also the fact that what is it? He wrote Danganronpa 0 before working on Danganronpa 2, and Danganronpa 0 kind of set the course for the rest of the Hope Speak narrative. So it's not just about Danganronpa 1. The game also expects you to know about Danganronpa 0.
Yeah, I guess so. It doesn't necessarily validate my point, though. I mean, I never fucking engaged with Danganronpa 0. I still haven't.
I just read summaries because I don't know if it's been translated or not. But the summary was very complicated, so I already also don't really even remember. Why did she not grab the pole?
What happened to me? I was like right above it. Ah, such random time laws. Skip the cutscene. Skip the cutscene, please. Yeah.
I wish there were any information on Danganronpa 3 whatsoever, but I'm not finding any. What the fuck do you mean Kodaka said Danganronpa 4 is inevitable? What? That's cap. He doesn't know how to top V3, thinks it's the perfect Danganronpa game. Well, he's right. Says he trusts the creator of Zero Escape to make another one. I don't know. Okay, no. He's not saying that he wants to make another one. He's saying it's inevitable. Like, as in, like, he thinks it doesn't matter if it will probably end up continuing without him. If it has to continue.
Oh my god! Of course she stopped right when she fucking hit me. Sure, man. Sure, dude. Don't you fucking dare. Where are you? Where are you?
Okay, I'm gonna read this fucking article.
Cool, 2306. That's a new fucking PB. Thank God.
Okay, let's see.
That is 2 minutes behind the current best run. I think.
I bragged that Danganronpa V3 was my best masterpiece because I intended to end it neatly. It will be difficult to create a new game that exceeds it.